Hello my dear students, welcome back. Today I am going to teach science of class 8. So today we are going to start a new lesson. So before starting the lesson, let me help you to recall what we have learned in the previous classes or some basic ideas which will help you to understand today's topic. So for example, we use various materials for our basic needs. We use various materials for our basic needs. Some of them are found in nature. Some of them are found in nature, and some of them have been made by human efforts, man-made. So when you take examples of a material, or when you list various material used by us in daily life, you will find, and on that list you will find air, water and minerals also, So when you list various items used by us in our daily life, the list will surely include air, water and minerals. So today's lesson is, or today's topic is coal and petroleum. Coal and petroleum. Coal and petroleum. So and this is lesson number 5. And in this lesson, introduction is given along with 4 subtopics. Introduction is there in your textbook. Then 4 subtopics. Subtopic masa mari yawi. But today we are going to discuss only the introduction and 1 subtopic. Only the introduction and only the introduction and 1 subtopic. So I repeat, this lesson has introduction and 4 subtopics, and today we will discuss introduction and 1 subtopic. And the name of the lesson is coal and petroleum. Coal and petroleum. So let's start. So air, water and minerals. These are the materials which we use in our daily life, and they are obtained from nature. They are obtained from nature. They are obtained from nature. Nature dagi fangi. They are called natural resources. Natural resources. So air, water and minerals, they are obtained from nature, or they are found in nature, so they are called natural resources. So the question is, can we use all our natural resources forever? Natural resources natural resources So natural resources are divided into 2 parts. One is inexhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible natural resources. Then exhaustible natural resources. Exhaustible natural resources. So natural resources is divided into 2 parts. Our natural resources are divided into 2 parts. One is inexhaustible natural resources, and the other one is exhaustible natural resources. So we will start with the inexhaustible natural resources. You can look at your textbook. You will find this topic, page number 56. Inexhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible natural resources. So these resources are present in unlimited quantities. So these resources are present in unlimited quantity. Unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. Unlimited quantity. Inexhaustible natural resources unlimited quantity. Examples are sunlight. Example sunlight gumba. Then air gumba. So these are inexhaustible natural resources which are not likely to be exhausted by human activities because they are present in unlimited quantities. The next one is exhaustible natural resources. The next one is exhaustible natural resources. So what are exhaustible natural resources? Which are the amount of these resources in nature is limited, which are present in limited quantity. Limited quantity the machine they can be exhausted by human activities. Example of exhaustible resources are forest, wildlife, then minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, coal, petroleum, natural gas. So these are exhaustible natural resources. They are found in limited quantities. So they can be exhausted by human activities. Example when a loragadi khudam when a loragadi forest gumba, wildlife gumba, minerals gumba, the coal gumba, petroleum gumba. So these are exhaustible materials. Exhaustible natural resources So in this chapter we are going to learn about some exhaustible natural resources. Masigi lesson si da apne tamdoisi exhaustible natural resources ki matang dani karam exhaustible natural resources no we are going to learn exhaustible natural resources like coal, petroleum and natural gas. So in this lesson we are going to learn about exhaustible natural resources like coal, petroleum and natural gas. These were formed from the dead remains. These were formed from the dead remains of living organism. Dead remains, fossil in short, fossil. So these materials are the coal, petroleum and natural gas are formed from dead remains of living organisms. Dead remains of living organisms, in short, we can say fossils. Therefore, they are also known as, these are known as fossil fuels. Fossil fuels sukawiya. Since they are obtained from fossils, they are also known as, fossil fuels. Fossil fuels kawi. So the first topic of this lesson, we are going to discuss the first topic, that is coal. So you may have seen coal or heard about coal. It is a hard as stone and is black in color. Hard as stone and is black in color. So the first topic of today's lecture is coal. So you have seen coal and heard about it. It is as hard as stone, and it is black in color. Coal is one of the fuels used to cook food. So what is the use of coal? Coal is one of the fuel. It is used as fuels. You don't know about fuels to cook food. So coal is one of the fuels used to cook food. Earlier it was used in railway engines. Hanadi railway engines is in army. Railway engines to produce steam to run the engine. Coal steam puthoga to run the engine. So earlier it was used in railway engines. It is also used in thermal power plants. Thermal power plants seasoning. Thermal power plants to produce electricity. Thermal power plants. So it is used as fuels to cook food. It is also used in railway engines to produce steam to run the engine, and it is used in thermal power plants. Thermal power plants to produce electricity. Coal is also used as fuels in various industries. Cooking food as a fuels in various industries. As a fuels to cook food, as a fuels in industry also, and to run railway engines by producing steam, and then thermal power plants to produce electricity. So the next point under the topic coal is story of coal. Story of coal. Story of coal. You will find a topic in page number 57. Coal kamina form to. Where do we get coal from and how it is formed? About 300 million years ago, the earth has dense forests. 300 million years ki mamang million years ago, earth earth had dense forests. Dense forests dense forests. In low-lying wetland areas, due to natural processes like flooding, the natural process of flooding, then like flooding, this forest get buried under the soil. Natural process mayamam namaram moidana masigi forest singsi dense forest singsi got buried under the soil. Manung the sangri buried under the soil. Under the soil, as more soil deposited over them, then they were compressed. Compressed. The temperature also rose as they sank deeper and deeper. Under high pressure and high temperature, dead plants got slowly converted to coal. High temperature, under high temperature and high pressure dead plants into coal. So under high pressure and high temperature, dead plants got slowly converted to coal. As coal contains mainly carbon, the slow coal, what is the composition of coal? Tapna manungda dead bambi singsi sum matungda under high pressure and temperature dead plants are converted into coal. So what is the main composition of coal? Coal the main composition carbon. So the coal contains mainly carbon. The slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called carbonization. Within million of years ki mamang le pambi singdu tap tana leba mung sanga matungda under pressure and under high pressure and temperature the conversion tawi masiki slow process si adugam coal the yauriba composition ji main in carbon oibna maram oidana this slow process of conversion of that plants into coal zibu carbonization carbonization, because the main composition of coal is carbon oibna maram oidana masigi slow conversion sibu carbonization kawi. Since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, coal is also called fossil fuels. Carbonization to visi kanagino carbonization to visi vegetation remains of vegetation. Remains of vegetation, dead plants and animals. Dead plants and animals to convert the remains of vegetation. Coal is also known as fossil fuels. So we have already discussed regarding the fossil fuels in the beginning of the lecture. So next is heating of coal. Heating of coal. Next is heating of coal. When heated in air, so when coal is heated in air, coal burns and produces mainly carbon dioxide. Since the main composition of coal is carbon, so so the burning of coal in air results in the formation of carbon dioxide. Air dagi oxygen laani coal dana carbon yawuna maram oidana carbon ga oxygen ga pullaga carbon dioxide gas. So since the main composition of coal is carbon, and when we burn or heat coal in air, so the oxygen in air combines with the carbon to form carbon dioxide gas. Coal is processed in industry to get some useful products such as coal dagi akoina kanaba potchai khara phangi, or coal is processed in industry da akoina coal dagi kanaba potchai khara phangi madugi maming singi useful products such as coal dagi phangba useful products coke, coal tar and coal gas. So the useful products that we obtain from coal are coke, coal tar and coal gas. So let's discuss about the coke first. Coke. So coke. So it is a tough, porous and black substance. It is an important pure form of carbon. And it is used in the manufacture of steels, steel, and in the extraction of many metals. Metals may extraction to budisu manamating pang. So it is one of the product of coal. Next is a coal tar. It is also one of the product from coal tar. It is a black amoeba, thick liquid mahini with an unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of about 200 substance में आप मुझे लगा सेमनी. It is a mixture of about 200 substances used in everyday life in industry. Also, it is used in synthesis of dyes. It is used in synthetic dyes in the preparation of. It is used in the preparation of synthetic dyes and drugs, explosives, perfume, plastic paints. Explosives have to see nahi, coal tar. Then plastics have to see nahi. And so many uses of coal tar is given in your textbook. You can look at it. You will find it in page number 58. Last one is coal gas. Last one is coal gas. It is also one of the products of the coal. Coal gas is often during the processing of coal to coke. Coal dagi coke sarakpa matamda coal gas si phangi. It is used as a fuel in many industries. Fuel on in many industries situated near the coal processing plant. Coal processing plant situated near the coal processing plant. Coal processing plant manata leba industry singda masigi coal gas is coal gas. Coal gas is often during the processing of coal to get coke, and it is used as a fuel in seasoning. So with this, I'll summarize what we have learned today. The remaining topic will be discussed in the next class. So we have discussed about, today we have discussed about, in this lesson we have discussed that coal, petroleum and natural gas are fossil fuels. Number one, coal, petroleum and natural gas masi loinamak fossil fuels ngakani hoi tamre. Then regarding the natural resources, is divided into two or makhal si ani sui magi type C, inexhaustible ma exhaustible ma. Inexhaustible hagana loiba naidaba, exhaustible hagana loiba naidaba. So we have discussed about fossil fuels were formed from the dead remains of living organism. Fossil fuel haidi kaino, fossil fuels kai de lakuno, dead remains tagi lakuno. Dead remains of living organism. Dead remains of living organism. Dead remains of living organism tagi lakuni fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are exhaustible resources. Fossil fuels. See, fossil fuels is loinama exhaustible matani. Loibana exhaustible resources matani. So the name of the lesson is coal and petroleum. So coal and petroleum are fossil fuels. And the fossil fuels are exhaustible resources. Coal and petroleum is exhaustible matani. Haidi loibana rekani by human activities. Aduna koni amna section is sinabatai. Coal tar and coal gas are the products of coal. So aduga coal gi kana magi useful products in the kekena hui tamgre. So we have discussed about useful products of coal. There is coke, coal tar and coal gas. So this is the summary, or this is the topic we have discussed in today's lecture. So after this, the important point is evaluation. So after summarizing what we have learned today, I would like to give you some questions which will help you to understand, which will help you to check whether you understand the topic or not. So find or list the uses of coke. Coke is one of the useful product of coal. So find or list the uses of coke. You can take the reference of textbook also. Next question is, can we use all our natural resources? All our natural resources forever. Can we use all our natural resources forever? So for evaluation, that means in order to check whether you understand the topic or not, please try to find the answers of these questions. You can listen to the lecture again and again, or you can take the reference or textbook also. But please don't write the answer in your classroom notebook. This is just an evaluation. So question number 1 is find or list the uses of coke. And question number 2 is, can we use all our natural resources forever? Masi question ani maksi akoi nenagre manungda coke is one of the useful product of coal ni haigre magi uses sing su pangravani. You can find and you can look, or you can take the reference of textbook also. You will find the uses of coke. Second one is, can we use all our natural resources forever? Adum si nava yagadra natural resources si. So with this, I conclude my lecture, or today's lecture. Thank you for watching and listening. So the remaining topic will be discussed in the next class. Thank you. Thank you. So please try to find the answers of the questions which I have given for evaluation. Thank you.